want to play this other clip of this woman. You know, she's talking about her experience as a single mother. And listen, this video, I think that it's important for other women to see, and other women who are contemplating maybe or thinking about becoming a single mother and thinking, oh, you shouldn't prioritize a husband first. Even though people like to try to say, oh, well, you could get a divorce. Yeah, you could. That doesn't mean that you should just go out and just become a single mother because okay, you could possibly get a divorce and you could not. But at least your child will have a father who wants to be in a child's life. And hopefully you want the father to be in a child's life, as opposed to just going out here and busting it open, just let somebody run up in you and just give you a baby and he's nowhere to be found. And you think it's better to be a single mother and raise that child all by yourself. You think that that's better? Then think again. Just listen to this. Here we go.
Some days you just want to cry and it feel like you want to die. You have to somehow figure out how to get your together before you in front of your child. They don't talk about that. They do not. As easy as all their single parents, bro, it's really hard when your mental is beating your life. I just want to cry so bad right now, but I can't. Life is just so crazy to me. Like, what people believe to be the happiest people are really going through the hardest times in life. And like, you literally have to pep talk yourself every day and just keep going. Like, it is literally not easy being me. But every day I have to look myself in the mirror and give me a pep talk that I one day hope I believe, so I can finally feel better about my mother. I just need a break. But then I remember there's somebody out here who is living a worse life than me, and I just need to be grateful, because in some form of way, I am living in a prayer that I once asked God for. And despite what I feel now, I need to be grateful for the little bit He has given to me, because He will never give me more until I show gratitude for what is in front of me. This is the life of a single mom.
A lot of these women know that it's rough. They complain about it. This is why they need the support, you know, the child support and all of that. You know, it's difficult. You talk about it every day. You talk about how hard it is raising a kid by yourself. It's hard. They complain about it all the time. But why is it continuously being perpetuated? Do you think that it's going to get easier the more children you have? What? And the more baby fathers you have, you know, and while I can be empathetic to a person's struggle, I'm not a cold-hearted, mean person. I understand the you know, what people go through. I am very empathetic towards people who are going through things. It's just I'm a woman. I'm emotional. I understand the struggle of individuals, men and women. But I also understand that it's a choice. I also know that you have to learn from your mistakes. I could be empathetic all day. I can even help and support in a way. But at what point are you going to take accountability and make a change? You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, expecting a different result. And you can't keep doing it with the idea of thinking that people are just supposed to cater to you and feel sorry for you and empathize with you and want to support you. And that's what happens. And I think at some point that has to stop. You have to start being accountable, and not just saying you're accountable, but actually doing something to make a change. And for some reason, that's the hardest thing for a lot of women to do. With her situation, she realizes it's difficult, it's hard. But I mean, even when you're married and you have a husband, it's still hard. You think that it's easy raising children? Who said it was going to be easy? Who said it's a walk in the park to actually have to raise babies? Like literally raise them, feed them, clothe them, take care of them, teach them stuff. That is a difficult job. Who said it was going to be easy? But it's a job that a lot of people sign up for. And now it's like you jump into something not understanding, once again, the consequences, not understanding what you're getting yourself into, because nobody's teaching these people the right things. Everybody's about a good time. Everybody want to just have fun. Everything is about fun and being happy 24/7. That's unrealistic. And that's why I think we've gotten off the mark too. Everything is about, oh, I got to be happy 24/7. If it don't serve me, I don't want it. So if your kids get on your nerves and your kids get sick and you got to take care of them and you can't go out, what you going to do? Are you going to leave them hanging? Are you going to walk away from your kids? I don't understand where we've gotten to this point where everything is a party. Everything is about fun and having fun. and not really focus on realistic goals and realistic aspects of life itself and the things that people go through. There are people out here who are struggling for their lives. There are people who are out here sick, struggling for their lives, people going through stuff every single day. And they don't get out here and complain. You know how the people on dialysis or people getting cancer treatments, and they don't have a camera in front of their face to tell you, oh, I'm so sick, feel sorry for me. No, they're going through it. They get through it one way or they'll get through it another. But a lot of these people make their beds and then they don't want to lie in it. And then you want somebody to come and feel sorry for you and just give you the world. That does not work that way. That is just insanity to me. I don't get it. Darius, thank you once again for the super chat. Says, if anyone wants to know how we got here, blame LBJ, 1964 Civil Rights Act, and also check out a documentary called The Vanishing Black Family, #Lone Ranger. I am familiar with that, Darius. And that definitely played a big part in it. But I mean, I think a lot of people understand that and how we get to this point, but how do we get out of it? Because it's like, I feel like it's just getting worse. Listen, there's only so much you can try to tell somebody and try to change their mentality. But and then on top of that, Darius, we live in a society where I don't think they wanted to change either. I don't think that they could shift the narrative if they wanted to. They've never shifted. They could shift this and start promoting something more positive and getting people to change the child support laws and all that. But people are benefiting from all of this. And it's not the Black community. There are people who are benefiting from putting men on child support. They don't care how the man lives or thrives or what's best for him and him seeing the kids. They're getting paid off of it. So nobody really cares to make the changes or to, better the situation amongst Black people, because it was always a narrative in the first place. For this very same thing to happen, that's what's happening. Separate the men from the women. Make the women feel special. Give them a job. Give them education. And they won't even want to deal with their men. Because to me, they understand the importance of family. They understand the importance of the family structure, the husband, the wife, and the kids. They understand it. That's why every other community, they have it. And we're at the bottom when it comes to that. They understand if you destroy the Black family, then you destroy the Black people. So there was always a narrative put in place to do it. And these fools just fall right into it. Joe Jet, thank you for the super chat, says, how do we get out of it? By embracing what people are running from. Patriarchy. Good luck with that. Because, I mean, they're still running from it. They don't want to listen to anything a man has to say because they know it all. Because they've been to school. They got a degree. Thank you, Joe Jet, for the super chat. They got a degree. They ain't trying to listen to that. That's the very thing they're running, and they're still running from it. So anything that has to do with a man being the head of the household and taking the lead and guiding his family and making the decisions, they don't want nothing to do with it. But at the same time, we want leaders. We need a man who can lead us. It's a bunch of lies. No, you don't. You low-key want a man to lead in certain areas, and then you want to lead the rest of the way. Women are very fickle and very confused and very back and forth. Women have a hard time making solid decisions and sticking with it. Because we'll say we want something, and then at the last minute we change our minds. Make a decision and stick with it. My husband has to tell me that. Because I'm a flip-flop. I flip-flop. I'll say I want this, then I switch around. And then he don't have time for that. He don't got time for that. He like, look, you better say what you want and stick with it, or you get nothing. That's my husband. This is why I think men are important, because women, we're off. We can be off the chain, off the rails. If we're left to our own devices, we think too much. We talk too much. We're confused a lot. We go back and forth. We don't know how to make sound decisions. We're scared to make decisions because we don't want to mess it up. We don't want to make a mistake. And if we make the wrong decision, we will ask somebody, because if it falls apart, then you want to blame them. You don't want to take accountability. It's a lot going on with us. And I think women know it, but they hate to accept it. And once again, if you can blame somebody, you will. But you don't want to blame yourself, see?